Welcome to Columbia Cougar Athletics on ColumbiaCougars.com. Cougar Athletics are brought to you by Best Western Columbia Inn, KMIZ ABC 17, MFA Oil, Break Time, Jiffy Lube, and Big O Tires, Peak Performance, Columbia College Bookstore, Betts Jewelers, and N.H. Shepherd's Distributing Company. Cougar Athletics broadcasts are produced for Cougar fans by the Columbia College Athletic Department. We now take you to today's Cougar broadcast.
Good evening and greetings from the arena, the Southwell Complex, where tonight the Columbia Cougars, with a record of 5-1, take on the Central Methodist University Running Eagles. The Eagles are 3-4. I am Tex Little, and we are ready for some post-turkey basketball as the Cougars get set here to try to push their winning streak to 4 in a row. Jeff Sherman's Running Eagles were defeated this past Tuesday night, knocked off by William Woods, a team that they had beaten earlier in the year handily, and ran into some problems as they were defeated in that contest by a score 79-70. So they're trying to right the ship and snap a 2-game skid. And of course, it's what Coach Bob Birchett of the Cougars calls a neighborhood game, as these two clubs are very familiar with each other, geographically located within about 25 miles. And you can just call it what you want, but what it breaks down to is it is a rivalry, the Cougars and the Central Methodist Running Eagles. And Coach Bob Birchett, your ball club has a lot of momentum coming in with that 3-game winning streak.
Well, I think we've had a good little stretch of games here, Tex, and I think we've kind of improved along the way. Real happy because all 3 of those were away from our place. I thought in particular that Tuesday night's game we put up some points that I was happy with. They had really contributions from a lot of different people. You know, we're still growing as a team, and each challenge gets harder. I think Central Methodist poses a real strong challenge tonight, as does Baker tomorrow. So, you know, I'm happy with where we are right now, but we still got a ton of way to go, Tex, before we see what this team's really going to look like.
You've been talking a little bit about how this team has come along and, you know, clearing hurdles as it goes, but tonight's another one of those hurdles. You're taking on more or less a rival here tonight.
You know, it's been a great game for us over the years, Tex. You know, typically I would say that this is one of those ones that always comes down to the end. But, you know, last year they took care of us both games handily, and we couldn't handle Sherman. He scored on us easy, couldn't handle their inside guys, and obviously this is a whole new team, so we're not really carrying much over from that. But I expect a real good game. Coach Sherman does a real good job with the team. We're very familiar with each other, seen each other play multiple times, and know the style of play and kind of know what to expect in the game.
When you look at this ball club, the Central Methodist Running Eagles, what do you see? What kind of things concern you about their basketball club outside of young Sherman shooting threes and just kind of leading that club?
Well, the pace of the game, Tex, I think they play real fast, and they cut real fast. And, you know, they're a lot like McKendree in how they play the speed of the game. And we're a little bit more deliberate than that. I'm worried about defending how they cut. The other thing that worries me is that every one of their players are triple threat guys, meaning even their inside guys can shoot threes. They can also put it on the floor and drive it at you, and then they can also play around the basket. You know, and I think guys like that are really difficult to defend, and I think that's one of the things that Coach Sherman has built in his program, is that they always, every one of their players is hard to defend. And then you throw in an incredible shooter like Matt Sherman. I mean, he's shooting over 53% from the three-point line for the year, and you know, that's not an accident. So you got to find him. But everybody says, well, you know, you can't let him catch, or, you know, you got to stay up in him and things. But, you know, I think he's developed at a really early stage in his career the ability to get his own shot, and which has really made him dangerous.
Coach, back to the Cougars just a bit. The last 3 games, you win 3 games, but it seems like it's been somewhat of a different combo each night. Maybe the most common factor is Trey Hall has been scoring consistently for you, but you got some contributions from a few different guys on Tuesday that were not involved in making the decisions on Saturday.
Well, that's a nice thing, Tex. I hope it's something that we carry through the entire year. It's always nice to have one guy that you can depend on that's going to score a lot of points or do things. But, I think having a balanced team is what each of us coaches would like to have. I think it's healthy for the team to get contributions. Lee Sadler had a real strong game for us Tuesday night, scored 10 and defended some. I thought Christian Lewis came out and played a real strong game as well. Jason Ellis, we see different things from every time he gets out on the court. Terrell Turner hasn't put up a lot of points, but he's really defended well for us, and I think really changed our team. I think just from the makeup of our team, Tex, that's kind of going to be the thing. I think that on any given night, maybe one guy will step out of the pack a little bit and help us out. At least that's what we're hoping on.
Well, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Head coach of the Cougars, that's Coach Bob Burchard. It's his club getting set to take on the Running Eagles, coached by Jeff Sherman. And Coach Jeff Sherman, how about the Running Eagles?
Oh, I think right now we're like a lot of teams early in the year. We're just a little bit up and down. I think we're a very good team when we have everybody healthy. And unfortunately, we haven't had everybody healthy at one point, but I think we're getting closer.
You have a mixture of some youth and some experience, and some of your experience is somewhat young.
Yeah, I think that we started the year with the foundation that we were going to be a very upperclassman-oriented squad. And at least here in the early going, our younger players have been the ones that have kind of set the tone. And I'm hoping that's a good sign. You want your senior leadership, but it's awfully nice when you're going to lose 5 when the season's over that you're going to have something to still build around for that next year. So if we can get everything coming together, we can be an exciting team to watch and a difficult team to play against. But, you have to have everything falling in place for that to happen, and we're still not there yet.
Tough trip over to Fulton. What happened over at William Woods?
Well, there's a lot of things with that. One, we beat them by 45 earlier. And you never want to beat a team that bad and then have to play them 2 weeks later. But I had 3 players out, 2 starters and the first guy off the bench, and that's always a concern. 2 of those players are the same position, so I brought up 2 players off our JV team. They didn't even know where place. So we basically were playing a tight game, and we struggled shooting. And I think we really missed the players that we didn't play. But the bottom line is we got outplayed. So when you go into somebody else's home court, you better strap them on, get ready to play. And I thought William Woods played a very, very nice ball game against us. And I got, hats off. When you get beat by 45 points, they didn't run one set at our place. We just got up and after them. But they believed in themselves enough that they were going to beat us. And I think that says a lot for a team. And why not? It's early in the year. There's so many things that can happen. But hopefully we'll learn something from that.
How about playing the Cougars? You guys have gone at each other for a long period of time, home and home, play here at Thanksgiving.
Well, oddly enough, this is one of those few years. I don't know much about them. Our conference starts up next week, and I think everything that we've been doing here pre-season is getting ready for our conference. We have Evangel and Benedictine, 2 ranked teams right off the bat, and now we've got Columbia College. It's a big rivalry. They got a lot of new players, and from what I hear and from what little I've seen, it's an exciting ball team. So we're going to have our work cut out for us tonight, and I hope that the game's going to meet expectations like it usually does every year. I'm hoping that both teams come out and play, some of our better games, and from a standpoint of us, we just got to get some consistency and hopefully keep them away from doing some of the things that they want to do.
And that's Coach Jeff Sherman. We now pause. We'll be back with the starting lineups in a moment.
Thank you for calling Bambino's. How can I help you?
Holy cow! My hunger's got me by the you-know-whats, but I really shouldn't be driving right now.
Harry! Don't worry, buddy. At Bambino's, you can cruise your noodle. Just call us and tell us what you're hungry for, and we can deliver it to you. We even cater for large groups.
Hi! That sounds great, but I can't remember what I want.
No problem, Harry. You got the internet up there?
You bet! I wasn't that crazy about it till I discovered those girls gone wild.
Well, just surf over to Bambino'sItalianCafe.com. You can check out our full menu, see all of our daily food and drink specials right there on the web.
Holy cow! What if I decide to come down for a frosty cold one and watch the game?
Well, get on down here, Harry. Bambino's Italian Cafe is in downtown at Hinton Locust. Or if you decide you want to carry out or delivery, just call us back at 443-4473.
Hi!
Uh-huh.
A call back.
Bye-bye, Harry.
Back here at the arena of the Southwell Complex, it's the Cougars and the Central Methodist Running Eagles in the KMIZ Best Western Classic. And it's game number 2 of the event. In the first game, HLG beat Baker by a score of 69-57. That's HLG with the victory. Hannibal LaGrange. Central Methodist, as we mentioned, comes in at 3-4, and their starting lineup looks this way for this evening. Now, one guard is Sid Stanley out of Henderson, Nevada. He's a transfer from Barstow Community College, a 5'11 junior, getting 3 points, 2 rebounds a game. The other guard is Joe Howell. Howell is from New Madrid, Missouri. He went to County Central High School, a 5'11 sophomore, 9 points, 2 rebounds a game. At the forward spots, Jeff Lovett. Lovett is from Lynn, Missouri, 6'4 junior, 12 points, 5 rebounds a game. The other forward is Matt Sherman, kind of a three-player. He's from Fayette, Missouri, a 6-foot sophomore. He's the coach's son, averaging 19 points and 2 rebounds per game. And rounding out the starting lineup is Anthony Love out of Wentzville Holt High School, Wentzville, Missouri, a 6'5 senior, 11 points and 7 rebounds a game. Coach Jeff Sherman in his 23rd year at Central Methodist, 396 wins, 334 losses. He has surpassed Ken Ash, who was the longtime winningest coach at Central Methodist. For the Columbia Cougars, at one guard is Joe Flanner out of Belton, Missouri, a transfer from Penn Valley Community College, a 6'1 junior, 8 points per game. The other guard is Terrell Turner from Columbia Rockbridge, a transfer from Fort Scott Community College, a 5'11 junior, getting 5 points a game. At a forward, it's Trey Hall out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, Connor State Community College transfer, 6-foot senior, 12 points, 2 rebounds a game. The other forward is Michael Fields from Columbia Hickman High School, a 6'6 senior, 7 points, 6 rebounds a game. And rounding out the starting lineup is Greg Stegman from Loose Creek, Missouri. He's from Fatima High School, a 6'6 freshman. Our referees tonight, Donnie Harris, Larry Jacobson, and Kelly Hunt, as they'll officiate tonight's ball game. Cougars in their home whites, and for Columbia, it's the first time they've been home since the 12th of November. So they've been out on the road, and they've been road warriors, where they've won 3 in a row. And they come in with a little momentum and actually have a little bit of maybe a height advantage when you match these two ball clubs up. But as we well know, that doesn't mean a whole lot in NAIA Division I basketball. I'm Tex Little, and we're ready to roll as Donnie Harris will throw it in the air, and Fields controls the tip. Hall tips the ball over to Joe Flanner, and here comes Columbia. Flanner into the front court, works it to the right elbow, backs back out, gives the ball to Fields. Left side to Trey Hall, guarded there by Sherman. Hall now top to Keita Stegman, who fakes a 17-footer, gives the ball to Turner. Right side to Fields, out top Flanner from 18. That's off the mark, and the rebound is cleared down by Anthony Love. Love gives it up the floor. They work down to the baseline. Shot put up, blocked by Fields. Loose basketball, and that's ran down by Stanley. Stanley kicks it into the left corner. With it there is Lavelle. Lavelle kicks it back out top. With it top to Key Stanley. Stanley now to Sherman. And that pass deflected and intercepted. Stolen by Flanner. Flanner up the floor to Turner. Turner moving in on the left side. Top to Key to Flanner. Out top Fields. Right side Trey Hall. 4-3 from 20. No good. Rebound Turner on the weak side as he got the long rebound. Out to Stegman. Stegman to Hall on the right wing. Out top Stegman. Left side now to Turner around the perimeter. Turner drives, goes to the rack, kicks it in the corner to Flanner. Flanner from 18, good. The Cougars have the early lead. Joe Flanner didn't score on Tuesday night, and he knocks down the jumper here to give the Cougars a 2-0 lead. On the right side is Stanley. Stanley bounces it down low inside to Love. Love leaves the basketball for Blavelt. And Blavelt reverses it up and in. And it's tied at 2, and back comes Columbia. Top to Key Fields, left side to Turner. Central Methodist will like the up-tempo game if they can get it going. Now to Stegman, right side Trey Hall. Hall pulls up, gives the Fields at 17 feet. In and out, no good. Stegman taps the rebound out of bounds, and it goes back to Central Methodist. Cougars have not gotten the ball down low yet. They have continuously shot from the perimeter here in the early going. 2-2, Cougars at Central Methodist. Pass goes to the left side. With it on the left wing is Howell. Howell on the move, and a foul away from the ball as Jeff Blavelt, a 6'4 junior, called for the foul. He raised his hands, palms up, like, what did I do? And that is the first foul of the game. Columbia will bring it back here at home. Nice crowd on hand. In the first game, Hannibal LaGrange beat Baker 69-57. Flanner with it, top to Key, out top to Fields. Right side now to Hall. Hall holds there. Man-to-man defense by Central Methodist. Left side to Turner for 3. Good! Terrell Turner drains a 3. And the Cougars take a 5-2 lead. They go up by 3. Now driving is Love. He scoops it up, missed the shot. Stegman with a rebound to Turner. Here he is on the run out down the near sideline. Turner with it on the left side, out the field. Right side now goes to Flanner. Joe Flanner on the right wing to Stegman at the free throw line from 16. No good. Stegman chases the rebound around. It's loose, and now a foul on Greg Stegman. Stegman picks up the personal. His first foul on Columbia here in the first half. We played 2 minutes and 35 seconds. Cougars beat Lindenwood 85-80 in St. Charles on Tuesday night. That's on the heels of a win against Sterling at Sterling, Kansas, and they beat Tabor a week ago tonight. Pass goes to the left wing to Howell. Howell pulls up at the free throw line. Jump shot from 15. No good. Fields with the rebound. And here comes Columbia. On the move into the front court. Flanner. Flanner has it. Right sideline. Now crossover dribble into the paint. Backs in. Puts up the running one-hander. Good. Joe Flanner's got 4. And the Cougars push their lead to 5, 7-2. On the right side with the dribble is Stanley. Stanley reverses. Spins to the baseline. Puts a shot up and knocked it down. But a whistle. They're going to count the bucket. They're going to count the basket, and the foul, I believe, is on Turner. Terrell Turner picks up his first, second team foul on the Cougars. And to the line to try to complete the three-point play goes Sid Stanley out of Nevada. And the transfer from Barstow Community College. Try to get his club within 2. Free throw on the way from Stanley is good. He's just a 56% free throw shooter, and he drained that one. With it on the right side, Flanner. Flanner drives to the free throw line, kicks it out to Fields. To the left side now to Turner. Turner down low to Flanner along the left baseline. Flanner back out to the wing. Flanner to the right elbow. Kicks it to Turner in the left corner from 18. Turner shot. No good. Rebound cleared down by Anthony Love. He outlets the ball to Stanley. Stanley on the move into the front court with a dribble. Cougars playing a sagging man-to-man. Into the right corner to Sherman. Now out top it goes to Laval. His shot running on the way, the running left-hander is good as Lavelle knocks it down and ties the game at 7. Pass comes out top to Fields. Now to the left wing to Turner. Turner with it on the left wing. He passes it to Stegman top the key. Right side Trey Hall for 3. Nothing but the bottom of the well. As Hall drains it. And Columbia surges back up by 3, 10-7. Pass goes to the left side to Blavelle. Now to the left wing. With it there is Devins. Devins leaves it for Sherman top the key to Blavelle. Blavelle bounces it down low to Love, working on Stegman. And here's a shot put up by Love. No good. Rebound Fields. Good job again by the Cougar center. Stegman defending. Driving baseline. Turner top to keep Fields. Right side Hall. Hall with a runner off the glass. Good. Trey Hall's got 5. And the Cougars go up 5, 12-7. Now Love into the paint, plows over Stegman. They're going to call Trey Hall, or rather Love, for walking. Anthony Love called for the turnover. And checking in now for Central Methodist is Al Jewett. Rather, A.J. Jewett checks in for Central Methodist. Flanner across the line, top to Keith Fields. Left side now to Hall. Hall with it beyond the arc. Man-to-man defense by CMU. Pass goes around the perimeter to the right side to Turner. Turner backs out to the right hash mark. Now to Flanner near the timeline. Flanner with a dribble on the left point. Left side now goes to Hall. He tries to penetrate, can't. Into the right corner to Turner. He'll fire a three. That's off the mark. Tipped up by Hall. That's no good. Rebound trickles out of bounds. Last touch by Central Methodist. I think the Eagles were in a zone that trip down. Stegman now comes out. Checking in is Christian Lewis, a 6'6 junior out of McCook Community College, originally from Lincoln, Nebraska. Also checking in is Lee Sattler. Sattler had a strong game on Tuesday, getting 10 points at Lindenwood. Lewis inbounds the ball to Fields, right corner. Now to Flanner on the right wing. To Fields in the right corner. And a offensive foul charge to Christian Lewis, trying to clear room down low. So Lewis in the game no more than 5 seconds, picks up his first foul. Third team foul now on Columbia as Lewis was called for the personal. 12-7, Cougars lead by 5. Bringing it up the court with a dribble is Stanley. Works to the right wing to Jewett. Jewett now out top, top to Key. Devins circles to the left elbow. He hands it off to Devins, and a layup by Jewett as he got a good feed, and it's a 12-9 game. Flanner across the line. Now man-to-man defense by Central Methodist. Flanner with it right side. Jumper for 15. Good. Joe Flanner's got 6 here in the early going. On the run out, the Eagles pushing up the floor to the top of the key to Blavelt, and he walked with the ball. Blavelt with a walk. Turnover number 3 charged to Central Methodist. 14-9, Cougars by 5. And they will inbound the basketball on three-quarter court on the far sideline. Good crowd on hand here for the KMIZ Best Western Thanksgiving Classic. Game number 2. Tomorrow we'll have 2 starting at 1 o'clock as CMU will play HLG and the Cougars will play Baker. On the dribble, Flanner. He has his pass deflected and stolen. With the steal is Bisley out of Elias High School in Jeff City. Shot put up by Sherman, or rather by Devins, is blocked by Lewis and out of bounds, and the Columbia Cougars defended well, but the ball belongs to Central Methodist. 14-9 Columbia. Inbounds pass comes in on the left wing to Stanley. Stanley works to the right side. And jumper on the way from Sherman. Check that. That's Devins dropping it in on a three-pointer. Devins drains the 3, and it's 14-12 Columbia. Pass goes down low to the baseline. With it on the baseline is Lewis backing in. Has it stolen. Back-to-back turnovers for Columbia. Racing the other way and putting up a drag shot is Blavent. He is fouled and called for the personal is Michael Fields. It's his first, and that's the 4th team foul. And that's going to get Miroslav Lukic into the game. And going to the free throw line goes Jeff Blavelt. Blavelt from Lynn, Missouri with 4 points in the game, a couple field goals. Fires the free throw, and it's on the way, and it's good. He's listed as a 57% free throw shooter. Watch him make them all tonight. Now Jason Ellis is going to check in as well, as Lukic is now in for the Cougars. Trey Hall, and now Ellis will come in as the Cougars get some fresh bodies and legs out there. Stegman already on the bench. Free throw on the way from Blavelt. That's no good. Rebound Lewis, and here comes Columbia, leading by just 1, 14-13. Lukic right wing, Ellis right corner. Ellis driving baseline, and a blocking foul, I believe, charged to Matt Sherman. Matt Sherman called for the block. The sophomore, 6 foot, coach's son, picks up the personal. Matt Sherman at 17 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists at William Woods on Tuesday. Inbounds pass to Sattler in the right corner. Can't get a shot to Ellis, top the key. Ellis guarded there by Sherman. Ellis works to the left side to Miroslav Lukic. Miroslav with it in front of the bench. Miroslav brings it out. Backdoor pass inside to Field. Bank shot no good. He's fouled from behind by Jeff Blavelt. Blavelt called for the personal. Blavelt picks up his second personal, and the 3rd team foul now on the Running Eagles. Anthony Love will check in. Next opportunity. Fields shooting 2. First one's good. Michael Fields, who had 12 points Tuesday night at Lindenwood, with his first point here tonight. Fields' free throw shooting percentage up to 67%. As a team, the Cougars have raised their shooting percentage at the line to 59. Next free throw on the way from Fields. Good. Mike drained them both, and the Cougars take a 3-point lead, 16-13. Into the front court is Stanley. He has it, dribbles, spins down to the left baseline, gets a pick from Love, can't get a shot, dishes it out. Jumper from the left elbow by Jewett, no good. Rebound Ellis, and here come the Cougars on the run out. Up the floor to Lewis, who had a layup, and he dropped the ball out of bounds. Cougars got the stop, dropped it out of bounds, and now checking in for Columbia is Micah Gary, a 6'7 junior, transfer from Penn Valley Community College. 16-13, Columbia by 3. Stanley has it, top to key. Works to the right side to Sherman, guarded by Sattler. Down low to Love, back to Sherman, right corner, 3-point shot, short. Rebound ran down by Lukic. Lukic for the Cougars, zigzags to the front court. Gives to Sattler on the left wing, down low to Lewis on the left block. Spins to the baseline. Jump shot no good, Love with a rebound. Love for Central Methodist to Stanley down the far sideline. Stanley with it, top to key. Has it, works to the right, into the paint, kicks the ball off to the right side. And the ball came loose as Jewett couldn't hang on. All the way back out to the top of the key. Jump shot by Devins, no good for 3. Rebound Ellis. Ellis with a 3-on-3 break. Gives to Gary for a right-hand layup. He blew it. He missed it. Rebound cleared down by Stanley for Central Methodist. Left side to Sherman. And Sherman carried it on his hip. Turnover charge to Central Methodist. 16-13 Cougars. Lead by 3 as Terrell Turner now will check in. Terrell's former high school coach Jim Scanlon in the arena tonight watching the action. As the Cougars bring it up the floor. Across the timeline, Lukic. Lukic has it on the right hash mark. On the right wing out top to Gary. Left side to Turner. Turner working on the left wing. Top of the key. Lewis. Right side Ellis. Ellis in the right corner trying to shake and bake. And a blocking foul as Ellis was locked up over there and somehow wiggled his way loose. Called for the personal foul. It's Sid Stanley. Stanley picks up his first. That's a 14 foul now on the Eagles. They even out between the two clubs. Cougars will inbound. Lukic along the right baseline. About 5 feet out into the right corner to Turner for a 3-pointer. Good! Terrell Turner's got 6, and the Cougars push their lead to 6. Their biggest lead of the first half. 11.5 minutes to go, opening frame. Pass goes to the left side to Howell. Howell holds beyond the arc. Down low now to Love backing in. Love shot blocked by Gary, and he clears it out. Gets the ball to Ellis. Ellis up to Lukic down the far sideline. Lob to Lewis inside, broke it up, and out of bounds with the ball, Stanley. Columbia gets it back. We'll visit with Cindy Foddy at the intermission to talk a little bit about the NAIA National Volleyball Tournament. That'll get started this week on Wednesday here at Columbia College. 20 teams come to, 19 come to town. The Cougars are already here. 20 teams will be competing for the NAIA National title with a crown being hoisted on Friday night. Next Friday, Ellis with it, left wing. Out top, with it is Miroslav Lukic. His 3-point shot, good, and the Cougars go up 22-13, a 9-point Columbia lead. And Stanley drives, and he draws a foul on the other end. Called for the personal is Turner, his second. 15 foul now on Columbia. Stanley was not shooting. Lee Sattler's going to have to check in for Terrell Turner. Curtis Smith now out of Highland, Missouri, checks in for Central Methodist. Stanley takes a break. Cougars lead at 22-13 here in the first half. A bounce pass comes into the left corner. 3-point shot on the way, no good. Missing that one was Devins. Rebound Sattler. Lee Sattler on the run out has it. Top the key, Gary. Gary works to the right side to Lukic. Lukic to Lewis. Lewis to Ellis, and Ellis is being held. Called for the personal is Curtis Smith. He is from LaBelle City, Missouri. 5'9" freshman. That's the 15 foul now on CMU. 22-13, inbounds pass left corner. Ellis 3-point shot. Pinball's out, and the rebound is cleared out of there by Jewett. Jewett gets it up the floor to Howell. Howell to the left side to Jewett. Jewett has it stripped away. It's stolen by Lukic. Lukic in the front court. Kicks it right side Sattler. Sattler drives baseline. Dishes it back out. Gary's jumper. Good from 8 feet out. And timeout, Jeff Sherman. And the Central Methodist Eagles. Cougars lead it by 11, 24-13. More Cougar basketball in a moment.
Hey, you work hard. And not only do you work hard, but when you play hard, right? So when do you have it easy? Cost Cutters. Cost Cutters pros know how to cut it right. Cost Cutters. And right away. We make it happen. And you don't have to have an appointment. Cost Cutters makes your hair look great, and that makes you feel great because you're looking good. So you're walking out with Cost Cutters smiling. You're happy that you got a professional cut to fit right into your really busy day. It's so easy at Cost Cutters. Cost Cutters. Open every day. We make it happen. And open Monday through Friday till 8. Just walk into one of their 5 Mid-Missouri locations. You work hard. You play hard. But getting your hair cut at Cost Cutters, that's easy.
Get in, get out, get style, no doubt. That's what Cost Cutters is all about. For hair that rocks when you're on a roll, there's only one place you need to go, Cost Cutters. They fit your lifestyle. Cost Cutters. It's all about style.
At the 3 in Columbia, plus Jeff City and Moberly, they make it happen 7 days a week.
Cost Cutters. We make it happen.
Columbia off to a very good start here at the Arena of the Southwell Complex as they lead Central Methodist 24-13. Cougars with the advantage. 10:21 to play in the first half. Jeff Sherman felt things were slipping away, so he called a timeout. And the Eagles now with the fresh approach, set to inbound the basketball. Across the timeline is Smith. Smith works to the left side, has it to Jewett. Jewett works it now, hands it off to Howell. Howell top of the key to Sherman. Sherman, who hasn't scored in the game, kicks it in the right corner to Jewett. Jewett out top to Smith. Left side to Sherman beyond the arc, guarded by Sattler. Sherman now backs out to the left sideline. Top of the key to Smith. Smith drives into the paint, kicks it back out to Sherman. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Sherman dribbled it off his shin, loose ball, stolen by Lewis. Cougars get it on the turnover. Lead pass, Sattler underneath the basket for a layup. Lee Sattler got a great feed from Lukic. And Lee Sattler's got a bucket, and the Cougars go up 26-13. 13-point first half lead. On the left wing, Sherman. Top the key to Howell. Right side with the basketball, Smith. Smith with it beyond the arc, trying to feed down low. And the pass goes down the window. Moore to Jewett. His shot no good. Rebound, Gary. He gives the ball to Lukic. He jets down the far sideline in the corner to Sattler. Lee Sattler in the right corner. Can't get a shot. Down low to Lewis on a give and go to Lukic. And Lukic fouled on a good cut to the basket. Called for the personal is Matt Sherman. It's his second. Last year, Central Methodist beat the Cougars here in Columbia 76-50. They beat the Cougars over in Fayette 69-57. Cougars right now lead by 13, and Lukic to the line, an 83% free throw shooter. First one's in the bucket. As Lukic now has 4 points. On this 13-man roster, the Columbia Cougars have 3 players that were non-junior college transfers at one time or another. Next free throw on the way. Short. Rebound, Lewis. He can't hang on. It's tapped away and stolen. Up the court, Smith. Smith tried to get the ball to the left wing to Dykeman, and he dribbled it off his leg and out of bounds, and Columbia gets it on the turnover. Number 7. 27-13. Cougars with a 4-point lead. Now with the right side, Lukic, and Lukic had the ball kicked away. Cougars with a 14-point lead here, 27-13. Crowd rather quiet, kind of stunned, really. Inbound pass to Sattler in the right corner. Now to Lukic on the right sideline. Lukic gets a pick, slides off to the right as Ed Hudson shuts him down. Now to Sattler. Sattler made a bad pass through it away. Lee tried to force it where there wasn't room. Pass goes into the right corner. With it there is Devins. Top of the key. Out top Dykeman. Dykeman hands it off. Gives the ball to Smith. Smith feeds inside. Broken up by Columbia. Stolen out of there by Ellis. Ellis to Lewis. Lewis is shot off the backboard, pinned against the board. Burchard wanted the goaltend, didn't get it. And Central Methodist clears it off, races the other way. 3-point shot on the way from Devens is good. What a turnaround. Burchard was halfway out on the court. 27-16. Cougar lead all of a sudden down to 7. Left side Ellis. The ball hit the backboard and then was coming down. And it was pinned against the backboard by the defender. Loose basketball. Sattler dives for it. Lukic dives for it. Timeout call by the Cougars. Good hustle by Lukic and Lee Sattler to get to the ball. As the Cougars will use the timeout, we got a break in the action. And we'll have more Cougar basketball for you in a moment.
Looking for sports coverage you can count on? Turn to the team that brings you coverage whenever and wherever you want it. KOMU Sports.
Tune in to KOMU News at 6 and 10 for the latest sports highlights and wrap up the week with the KOMU Sports Show Sundays at 10:25. Log on to KOMU.com for video highlights and interactive polls. Get sports news when you want it with KOMU Mobile. Get alerts direct to you with KOMU Mobile Message.
KOMU Sports. Sports coverage you can count on.
27-16, the Columbia Cougars lead it here at the Arena of the Southwell Complex with 7:51 to play in the first half. Tomorrow, Columbia will play Baker at 3 o'clock. Baker lost earlier tonight to HLG 69-57. At the intermission, we'll visit with Cindy Foddy and talk things over about the National Volleyball Tournament, the NAIA Championship that'll get underway on Wednesday here in Columbia. Joe Flander back in the game for the Cougars, gets it into the front court, works to the right side to Sattler. Sattler with it on the right elbow. Sattler now to the left sideline to Trey Hall. Hall holds belt high there, out top Flander. Man-to-man defense by Central Methodist. To Sattler on the right wing. Lee to the right elbow, fakes the shot, gives to Gary from 18. That's no good. Rebound tapped around and pulled down by the Eagles' Dykeman. Dykeman passes the ball to Stanley. Stanley then had it knocked loose. And Stanley gets it back after it was ran down by Devens. Devens gave it to Stanley. Stanley now to the right side to Dykeman. Dykeman with it on the right corner. Dykeman gets it to the top of the key to Jewett. Feeds down low. They've tried to feed the ball to Big Ed Hudson, the 6'8 senior. It was stripped out of there, but a foul called. Called for the personal was Joe Flanner. Flanner picks up the foul. It's a 6th team foul now on Columbia. Coach Bob Burchard's son, Brett, back in town. He plays for Taylor University over in Upland, Indiana. We'll see him in a couple weeks over at Taylor when the Cougars make that trip. Inbounds pass comes in to Devens. Jumper out of the right corner on the way, no good, but he was fouled. And picking up the personals, Trey Hall. First foul on Hall and the 7th team foul on the Cougars here in the opening half. And to the line goes Devens. His free throw on the way is no good. He missed it. He's an 80% free throw shooter, a 6-foot senior out of Wentzville. Next one is good. He got that one to fall. Devens has 7 here in the first half. Cougar lead is at 10. Flander into the front court. Joe Flander leaves it for Sattler on the right wing. Top to Key Fields, left side to Hall. Drives to the left corner. Jumper from 17. Good! Trey Hall's shooting is really picked up. He's got 7 points. Columbia 29, Central Methodist 17. And a carry charge to Stanley. Another turnover to the Eagles. The running Eagles have had some problems with turnovers in this game. Central Methodist already unofficially with 9 turnovers. Joe Flanner dribbles on the right point. Out top Fields. Left side now to Hall. Hall with it. Top the key to Lewis. Right side to Sattler. Sattler gives the ball to Flanner. And a foul away from the ball. Called for the personal, Trey Hall. It's his first. Correction, that's the 2nd foul on Hall and the 8th team foul now on Columbia. And the Eagles bring it back. With the dribble, Stanley. Stanley with it on the right wing in front of the Cougar bench to our right. Stanley still dribbling. Out top. Passes the ball to Devens. Devens circles to the left point. Now back to Dykeman out top. Dykeman to Stanley on the right wing. He penetrates. Kicks it down low to Hudson. That shot short. Hudson got his own rebound. Put it back up. No good. Next rebound battled for. Knocked out of bounds. And Columbia gets the ball on the dead ball rebound. Central Methodist at William Woods turned the ball over 21 times against the Owls. 29-17. That was on Tuesday. In the front court is Flanner. Flanner with it, right sideline. Top to Keita Fields near the timeline. Now to the left side. Ellis underneath. Flanner wide open for a layup. Joe Flanner was loose underneath, and he laid it in. Got a great feed from Ellis, who will get the assist. Flanner's got 8, and the Cougars push their lead back to 14. Left sideline, Devins. Devins guarded by Sattler. Devins fakes right, goes left, down to the corner. Devins picks his dribble up to Hudson on the left baseline. Back to Devins, out on the wing. Devins penetrates into the right corner. Dykeman for 3, score it. Nick Dykeman drains the 3. He's out of Springfield Catholic High School. In the front court, Flanner. Flanner with it on the right wing. He works it to Sattler. Sattler top to Keita Fields, out near the timeline. Back to Sattler on the right side. Lee Sattler to the right elbow, pulls up at the free throw line. Jump shot no good. Rebound ran down by the Eagles. Devins into the front court. Devins leaves it out top to Stanley. Stanley penetrates, and a foul called. Called for the personal is Jason Ellis, his first. 8th team foul, 9th team foul charged to Columbia. 31-20, Cougars lead it. 4:54 to play here in the first half. Free throw on the way from Stanley is good. Sid Stanley, 2 of 2 from the line tonight. He came in listed as a 56% free throw shooter. Jake Alexander, the freshman from Herculaneum, will now check in. Lee Sattler gets a breather. 31-21. Stanley will try to pull the Eagles back within 9 of the Cougars. Free throw on the way is good. He does so. 31-22. Flanner has it on the right wing. Top to Keita Fields. Left side now to Ellis. Jason Ellis into the left corner to Flanner. Flanner with it deep in that left corner. Driving left baseline. Flanner throws it away. It'll be ran down by Dykeman. Dykeman races the other way. Puts a shot up over Alexander. No good, but Jake's going to be called for the personal foul. Jake Alexander picks up his first personal. That is the 10th team foul now on the Cougars with 4:34 to go here in the first half. Both teams have used a timeout. Cougars used a 30, and Central Methodist has used a full timeout. Free throw from Dykeman on the way is good. Dykeman's a sophomore. He's listed as a 50% free throw shooter. He's 1 for 1 here today. Dykeman now with the next one ready. And the Eagles are within 7. 31-24 as Dykeman got them both. Dykeman with 5. Flanner, top to Keita Fields. Left side, Ellis. Ellis with it on the left sideline. The Stegman top the key. Right side, Alexander. Alexander out to Flanner. Back to Alexander on the right point to Flanner on the left point. Man-to-man defense by the Eagles. To the right side to Alexander. Jake Alexander to Stegman. Left side, Ellis. One-on-one. Ellis will pop a 17-footer. No good. Alexander knocks the free throw over to Flanner, and the Cougars get the reload. Under 4 minutes now to go in the half. Flanner works to the right. Has it on the right wing. Right sideline. Flanner kicks it out to Alexander. Alexander slides off to the left. Alexander out to Stegman. Stegman to the right side. We got a foul away from the ball. I think it's going to be charged to Hudson. Big Ed Hudson out of Miami, Florida, transfer from Northwest Missouri State. A 6'8 senior picks up the foul. 7th team foul on Columbia. Miroslav Lukic now is going to check in for Joe Flanner. Joe Flanner will get a breather. And Lukic gets the keys to the car. He'll play out top. Free throw from Fields. Good. Michael Fields with 3 points, all from the line. Fields starting to warm up at the free throw line. See the lines up again. Fields now on the year is 12 of 16 as he's 4 of 4 tonight. 33-24. Cougars needed those 2 points. They go back up by 9. Stanley works to the left side with the dribble, has it on the left sideline. Now a foul away from the ball, and this one's charged to Nick Dykeman. Dykeman called for an illegal pick. His first foul. 8th team foul on Central Methodist. Jeff Sherman doesn't agree with the call as he wages an argument with Larry Jacobson. 3:33 to go, first half. Tomorrow we'll be on the air at about 2:50 with the pregame show. Cougars and the Baker Wildcats. Ellis leads the field out top. Now to Alexander on the left sideline. Alexander has it stolen by Dykeman. He races the other way, and Alexander fouled him on the left wing. Jake Alexander, who played so well against against our Ozark, College of the Ozarks. Too much turkey. College of the Ozarks a couple weeks ago. Struggling here tonight. Getting set to check in for the Cougars is Kylie Newth. Free throw on the way from Dykeman. Good. Check that. That's Brett Hoskins checking in, a 6'2 junior. Nick Dykeman now with 6 points. Next free throw from Dykeman. He got them both. He drained them both. He has 7. And it's 33-26. Eagles hanging around. Back within 7. Top to Key Fields. Man-to-man defense by Central Methodist. They've turned up the intensity a bit to Stegman. And Stegman's pass to Ellis goes over his head. Ellis was tripped and was falling and couldn't reach up and get to the ball. Turnover Columbia. And back comes CMU. Cougars will play at Central Methodist later this year on the 28th of January. In 08, pass into the right corner. Three-point shot on the way, no good. Rebound tapped out. Ellis runs it down. On the run out, Ellis drives to the basket, scoops it up and in. Jason Ellis beat everybody down the floor. 35-26, Cougars by 9. Pass goes in the right corner. Three-point shot, good. Knocking it down, Devins. He's got 10. 35-29. Cougar lead now down to 6. Pass comes out top the fields. Left side, Ellis. Ellis with it will fire 3. No good. Fields with a tip in on a nice play. Mike Fields has 6. He tapped it in off the glass. Now Stanley drives, has it tied up, stolen by Fields. Lukic gets it up the floor to Stegman, who can't hang on to it, but Stegman taps it out top to Ellis. Ellis kicks it in the right corner to Lukic for 3. Scoring! Lukic drains it. He's got 7. And the Cougars push their lead to 11, 40-29, and the Eagles win a timeout. More Cougar basketball in a moment. Columbia College is once again home of the NAIA Volleyball National Championship, and the action runs from November the 28th through December the 1st. You too can be part of this spectacular event by volunteering. Volunteers will receive free admission to all matches and a free t-shirt. Get all the details online at ColumbiaCougars.com or contact Cindy at 573-875-7454. Volunteer today and be a part of the NAIA Volleyball National Championship. Columbia 40, Central Methodist 29. Cougars with an 11-point advantage with 1:58 to play in the first half. Cougar brass entertaining the crowd during the timeout. Central Methodist will get the basketball. Central Methodist has never led in this game. We were tied at 2 and it's 7. Right now the Cougars by 11. Pass goes to the left wing to Dykeman. Dykeman now brings it out to the top of the key. To the right side to Stanley. Stanley passes it off to the right wing. With it there, Devins. Devins to Jewett. Left side, Dykeman beyond the arc. Cougars in a man-to-man. Pass intended down low for Love, and it goes out of bounds. Anthony Love, a 6'5 senior, has not been much of a factor here tonight. Has not scored. Been averaging 11 points a game, 7 rebounds. He had 10 points and 9 rebounds at Central Methodist, or rather at William Woods on Tuesday, and that was a losing effort. Now with the dribble for the Cougars is Hoskins. Hoskins gets it out to Lukic. Lukic with it on the right point. Man-to-man defense by Central Methodist. Cougars standing around a little bit. Lukic works to the left, back to the right, and they're going to call Lukic for a carry. Another turnover charge to Columbia. 1:12 to go in the half. 40-29. Columbia with the lead. They've led by as many as 14. Stanley top the key. Columbia in that sagging man-to-man. Stanley kicks the ball to Devins. He fakes the three and gives it to Dykeman. Dykeman top the key. Dribbles it off his hip. Keeps it alive. Back to Devins. Devins with it. Will pass down low inside to Love. Bank shot on the way. No good. Stegman with the board. Fields defended him. Stegman cleaned the glass. Into the front court, Lukic to Stegman. Right side now to Hoskins. Hoskins holds it over his head. Top the key to Fields. 40 seconds to play in the half. 22 on the shot clock. Bounce pass to Stegman down low on the left block. And a foul call down low as they reached in to try to get Stegman stopped and called for the personal. It was A.J. Jewett. Foul on Jewett's his first. That is the 19th foul on Central Methodist. And to the line goes Greg Stegman. Greg Stegman, a 38% free throw shooter on the season, misses this one, and the rebound is cleared out of there by Jewett. Stegman, the big freshman, missed the free throw. Stanley sets it up, top the key. Crossover dribble to the left elbow. Leaves it for Dykeman, guarded by Hoskins. Dykeman shot out of paint, no good. Dykeman called for the foul. Rather, Hoskins. Hoskins picks up the personal. His first. And to the line goes Nick Dykeman. Dykeman with a 7-point performance thus far in the first half. He is 4-4 from the line. Free throw on the way from Dykeman, no good. We talked him into missing one. Curtis Smith will check back in for our CMU, and said Stanley comes out. 40-29, Cougars by 11. Free throw on the way. Good. As Dykeman drained it. He has 8. Into the front court. Lukic with it, top the key. Man-to-man defense by Central Methodist. No, they've now gone to a zone. Lukic finally adjusts, gives the ball to Hoskins, to Fields. Fields to Hoskins. Hoskins right side, puts up the runner off the glass, no good. Rebound tipped by Fields, no good. There's the gun ending the first half. And Columbia owns a halftime lead. A 10-point advantage. Columbia 40. Central Methodist 30 here at the break. And we're back with more Columbia Cougar basketball. And our halftime show in a moment. This is Columbia Cougar basketball.
Thank you for calling Bambinos. How can I help you?
Holy cow! My hunger's got me by the you-know-whats, but I really shouldn't be driving right now.
Harry! Don't worry, buddy. At Bambinos, you can cruise your noodle. Just call us and tell us what you're hungry for, and we can deliver it to you. We even cater for large groups.
Hi! That sounds great, but I can't remember what I want.
No problem, Harry. You got the internet up there?
You bet! I wasn't that crazy about it till I discovered those girls gone wild.
Well, just surf over to Bambino'sItalianCafe.com. You can check out our full menu, see all of our daily food and drink specials right there on the web.
Holy cow! What if I decide to come down for a frosty cold one and watch the game?
Well, get on down here, Harry. Bambino's Italian Cafe is in downtown at Hinton Locust. Or if you decide you want to carry out or delivery, just call us back at 443-4473.
Hi!
Uh-huh.
A call back.
Bye-bye, Harry.
Hey, you work hard. And not only do you work hard, but when you play hard, right? So when do you have it easy? Cost Cutters. Cost Cutters pros know how to cut it right.
Cost Cutters.
And right away.
We make it happen.
And you don't have to have an appointment. Cost Cutters makes your hair look great, and that makes you feel great because you're looking good. So you're walking out with Cost Cutters smiling. You're happy that you got a professional cut to fit right into your really busy day. It's so easy at Cost Cutters.
Cost Cutters.
Open every day.
We make it happen.
And open Monday through Friday till 8. Just walk into one of their 5 Mid-Missouri locations. You work hard. You play hard. But getting your hair cut at Cost Cutters, that's easy.
Get in, get out, get style, no doubt. That's what Cost Cutters is all about. For hair that rocks when you're on a roll, there's only one place you need to go, Cost Cutters. They fit your lifestyle. Cost Cutters. It's all about style.
At the 3 in Columbia, plus Jeff City and Moberly, they make it happen 7 days a week.
Cost Cutters. We make it happen.
Let the Best Western Columbia Inn host your next meeting or special occasion. We're conveniently located at the heart of Central Missouri at the junction of Highway 63 and Interstate 70. Along with our excellent customer service, we offer 122 newly renovated sleeping rooms with a wide range of amenities, including a free hot breakfast. With over 5,200 square feet of meeting space, we can accommodate a wide range of group sizes and events. Our experienced staff will help you with all of your special needs to make your event successful. Everyone knows the secret to having a successful gathering is having it at the right place. So when planning your next event, let the Best Western Columbia Inn be the right place for you. Your #1 choice for comfort, convenience, and quality. For reservations, call 1-800-362-3185. Best Western Columbia Inn.
Welcome back to the arena, the Southwell Complex. It's halftime, and the Cougars with a 10-point lead against Central Methodist, 40-30 at the break. In the first game today, it was Hannibal LaGrange beating Baker by a score of 69-57 here at the KMIZ Best Western Classic. And a pretty entertaining first half, Cindy Potty. Cougars playing pretty solid basketball.
That's right, yeah. I'm pretty impressed. We've been playing really well lately and on the road, and glad to see that we can bring it home too. So.
Really amazing. This club left here after losing to College of the Ozarks a couple weeks ago, and they come back, and to me, they look like a different team. How about to you?
Definitely. They've changed up the lineup a little bit, changed up the starters, and I think that's really made a difference. And listening to the games on the road and everything, I think they've really moved to another level. So I'm impressed.
Well, again, they lead here at the half by a 10-point margin, 40-30. You haven't been busy, have you?
Not at all. Not at all.
Big event coming up for the second time in as many years. Columbia College is the host to the NAIA National Volleyball Tournament. What an exciting time. I just think about it, and now looking at we're 4 days away, it just seems like it's going to be another one of those events that you don't want to miss it if you're a sports fan, because they really compete.
That's for sure. I over the past couple of days, I've really had to take a double look at this, because it has been my life recently. But when it's done and over with, it'll be something that we no longer have to look forward to, and it's going to be some great volleyball. I always look forward to teams coming in and seeing what we can do here at Columbia College, and the national tournament is just kind of the epiphany of everything that we stand for here at Columbia College, and to be able to host an event like this and show people all across the country what we can do is really great. So
20 teams will be competing. Columbia gets an at-large bid, but teams from all over the country, a lot of teams from the West Coast. A lot of these teams were here last year, but a lot of them have not been. The field's really interesting. I understand that 11 new teams from last year's field, which does return the defending national champs and National American, but it should be a wide open race, shouldn't it?
Yeah, that's for sure. Fresno Pacific has been ranked #1 all year, but then again, they haven't really played anybody over here in the Midwest, and they haven't really ventured outside of California. So it's really going to be an adventure to see what they're going to bring. And we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 all out of California, and then us and Lindenwood, and we really just haven't been challenged by those teams. So it's really it's really going to be some action here and some entertainment. Like you said, 11 new teams, and if I think that I'm right in saying 6 or 7 of those teams, this is their very first trip to the national tournament. So that's pretty impressive. So
that's exciting for them, because they're going to have something special with them, with those teams that haven't been here before. And even the teams that have been here before, well, they're going to have the swagger that they've been here before. So
right. And I think that there's something to say for like the Cougars. This is our 14th consecutive trip. But really, when you think about it, there's something about coming here for your first time and being able to compete in your very first national tournament. So
action starts on Wednesday. I think I counted 14 matches on Wednesday, another 14 or so on Thursday, as teams will play 3 pool games, 3 pool matches, and then the first and second place teams out of each pool then advance to bracket play, with 4 teams needing to play in the first round, advance to the round of 8. But you get to the round of 8, which starts at 1 o'clock on Saturday. That would be Friday afternoon. You got the field whittled down to 8. You want to be one of those standing. It gets very, very interesting at that point.
Right, and I think that we're in a pretty good place. I think that we can definitely compete with all the teams in our pool. I think we're looking to place first in our pool rather than second, and I think that's very doable. Biola, just like Fresno, has not really ventured outside of California, and so it's going to be a surprise as to what they bring. But also, if we do place second in our pool and we win the play-in game, we're up against Fresno Pacific right off the bat, and that's although I believe that we can beat any team in this tournament, it's really not where you want to be. That's probably one of the better teams. You want to face them in the semis or in the championship game. So
it'll be an interesting couple of days. A lot of volleyball played at 3 different courts. 2 here at the Southwell Complex, the arena, and then in the field house. And then over at Stevens College again. It actually will take place for 2 days, I guess, right?
Right. Yep, there'll be, and then all the quarterfinals, semifinals, and championship games will be here on the arena court at Columbia College. So
we do know that the Cougars are in Pool D, as in dog, and the number 1 seed in that pool is Biola, who is a 4th seed overall. Columbia is the 7th seed overall. They are the number 2 seed. And then also in that pool is Campbellsville, Kentucky, and Mobile, Alabama. And you got to feel like the Cougars can compete in that pool and come out of there as a champion of the pool.
Right, and I think that when you look at all the pools, there's some definite surprises there. We didn't expect half of the teams that did qualify to qualify, and so just looking back, you don't know what to expect and what they're going to bring. But I definitely feel like that we will come out of that pool, whether it's first or second. I'm not sure, but I feel confident that we're going to come out of that pool. So
Cougars' first match is against Campbellsville, and that is at 6 o'clock on Wednesday here at the arena court. Their second match will be on Thursday. They play at 1:30 against Mobile on the arena court, and then come back that evening and play at 8:15 against Biola on the arena court. That should be for the pool championship that Thursday night.
Right, and I believe it will. The match, I think, to come and see, just because of the excitement, is the Wednesday match at 6 o'clock. Following that match on the arena floor is opening ceremonies, and it's really a fun event, and everyone kind of migrates over to the arena court. And last year it was standing room only, and that it makes it a good match when the fans are into it. So I think that'll be the match to watch on Wednesday for sure. So
tickets are still available, right?
Tickets are still available. Actually, we don't pre-sell tickets, so come to the ticket window and buy your tickets. $10 a day, or a 4-day pass for $30. So
that sounds great. Well, thanks for visiting with us a little bit.
Thank you.
I know everybody's excited. We're going to have all the Cougar action on ColumbiaCougars.com from pool play, throughout pool play, all the way to the national championship. So let's hang that 4th banner.
I would love to. Thanks, Tex.
Thank you. And that's Sydney Foddy from the athletic department here at Columbia College. And, of course, she is the lady that's in charge of making sure all the lights are green on Wednesday, the NAIA National Volleyball Tournament, which will be taking place here at the arena of the Southwell Complex. The lights are green for the Cougars here at the intermission with Central Methodist. Columbia 40, the Running Eagles 30. And when I return, we'll have a look at first half numbers. This is Cougar basketball.
Looking for sports coverage you can count on? Turn to the team that brings you coverage whenever and wherever you want it. KOMU Sports.
Tune in to KOMU News at 6 and 10 for the latest sports highlights, and wrap up the week with the KOMU Sports Show Sundays at 10:25. Log on to KOMU.com for video highlights and interactive polls. Get sports news when you want it with KOMU Mobile. Get alerts direct to you with KOMU Mobile Message.
KOMU Sports. Sports coverage you can count on.
looked everywhere, but you just can't find the perfect fit? Perfect Woodworking is your answer. Perfect Woodworking can build the perfect custom piece, the perfect cabinet, the perfect bookcase, the perfect entertainment center. Perfect Woodworking will build you a custom handmade piece that is exactly what you want. Make it perfect. Perfect Woodworking. 573-499-1353.
There are plenty of ways to get from point A to point B. Van, sedan, sports car, muscle car, pickup. And Shelter Insurance has covered plenty of miles in cars and drivers since 1946 with a combination of competitive rates, helpful agents, and speedy claim service. Truth is, we like knowing we have you covered, so you can just sit back and enjoy the ride. Shelter Insurance. Seek shelter today at shelterinsurance.com.
During the holidays, the Cougars, Lady Cougars, and Cartridge World presents Cougars vs. Cancer Classic at the Arena of the Southwell Complex. The action starts on Friday, December the 28th at 2 p.m. when the William Woods Lady Owls play Concordia. At 4, Cumberland's men will test Southern Poly State. The Lady Cougars take on Lyon at 6, and at 8, the Cougars and Taylor will hook up. On Saturday, December the 29th, Lady Cougars will play Concordia at 6, and the Cougars will battle Southern Poly State at 8. Cougar basketball, helping cure cancer. Back at the Arena of the Southwell Complex, Columbia leads Central Methodist here in the intermission by a score of 40-30. Looking at some numbers, first for Central Methodist, they shot 35% from the field, 57% from the three-point arc, 4 of 7, and 77% from the free throw line, 10 of 13. Meanwhile, Columbia shot 50% from the field. They shot 62.5% from the three-point arc and 71% from the free throw line. Cougars turned it over 10 times in the first half, and Central Methodist in the first half turned the ball over a total of 13 times. Rebounds, Central Methodist pulled down a total of 15 rebounds. The Cougars win that battle with 18. Some individual numbers for you. For Central Methodist, the leading scorer, Brenton Devins, with 10 points. He was followed closely by Nick Dykeman with 8 points. Jeff Lavelt with 5 points. Matt Sherman, their leading scorer, did not score in the game. Anthony Love, their second leading scorer, did not score in the first half. A.J. Jewett had 2 points, 5 points for Sid Stanley to round out their scoring. And for the Cougars, the top scorer in the first half, Joe Flanner with 8 points. With 7 points, Trey Hall and Miroslav Lukic. With 6 points, Terrell Turner and Michael Fields, as the Eagles get the basketball to start the second half. With it on the right wing is Sherman. He kicks it out top. Sherman gives the ball to Blavitt. They feed down low. Shot put up. Blocked by Fields, out of bounds. Last touch by Mike Fields. By the way, in that first half, Mike Fields had 4 rebounds and 6 points. The bounce pass comes in to Jewett. His shot's blocked. Recovery, those picked up and put up and in by Jeff Lovett. Lovett with 7 points. Into the front court. Flanner. He kicks to Fields. Left side to Trey Hall. Hall holds over his head to Stegman. Stegman back to Trey Hall on the left side as the Cougars started their same 5 here in the second half they did to start the game. Terrell Turner on the right wing. Terrell Turner now to Flanner. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Flanner, runner out of the paint, will crawl in. Joe Flanner's got 10. And the Cougars push their lead back to 10, 42-32. Nothing's been decided here in this game. It is all up in the air. Stanley works to the left wing where he gives the ball to Devins. Devins to Stanley in the left corner, back to Stanley. Lob down low, inside, shot put up, and a layup for Lovett. He now has 9 as he took a backdoor pass, and the 6'4 junior scored the layup. 42-34. On the left side, Trey Hall to the top of the key, Stegman. Greg Stegman, the freshman, has it knocked loose, gets it back, hands the ball off to Turner. Turner almost falling into the backcourt, gets it back to Stegman. Back to Turner now as they load it up. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Right side to Trey Hall and a bad pass. And it was safe from going out of bounds on a good effort by Jewett. And a turnover charge to the Cougars as the Eagles bring it back. 42-34 with it on the right side, Stanley. Stanley now to Sherman. Sherman guarded by Hall, and Hall called for the hand check. Trey Hall picks up his 3rd personal, first foul in the second half. And the Eagles will inbound the basketball. Matt Sherman, the coach's son, went to Fayette High School. And Of course, grew up at Puckett Fieldhouse. His dad's been there for 23 years, and Sherman's 19 years old. And bounce pass comes in to Stanley. Top of the key to Jewett. Left wing to Lavelle. Lavelle with it. On the left wing, guarded by Fields. Kicks it off to the right side to Stanley. They spread the floor now against this man-to-man defense. And Stanley trying to drive. The runner off the glass, no good. And it's tipped back up and in. They're going to credit the tip in to Stanley. He gets the basket, but I believe it was Stegman that tipped it in. 42-36 and a foul away from the ball, and that's charged to Stegman. Cougars off to a sloppy start here in the second half, and their lead has been cut to a half a dozen. 42-36. We have played 2 minutes, 15 seconds. Top of the key, Stanley. He works in the left corner. Sherman for three. Good. And it was just a matter of time before Matt Sherman found the range. And it's 42-39 as the Eagles are within three. And now a foul on the front court for the Cougars. Called for the personal, and the hold is A.J. Jewett. He and Stegman are going at it inside. Second foul on Stegman, on Jewett, and the first foul on CMU in the second half. 42-39, Columbia clinging to a three-point lead. Flanner will inbound, slaps the basketball, inbounds past Trey Hall, right wing, penetrates right elbow, puts up the runner, and that won't go. Rebound Stegman. Stegman put back, no good, but he's fouled by Jewett. Big Greg Stegman in there on the boards. Stegman doesn't always show up in the box score, but he does a lot of things to help this Cougar basketball team inside. Jewett now with 3 personal fouls. And that is the second team foul of the second half on the Eagles. And Stegman's free throw's on the way, and that's good. He'll shoot another. And now checking in is Anthony Love for Central Methodist. Jewett will come out. Just getting warmed up here in the second half. I'm Tex Little. Hope you enjoy it tonight. Stegman's free throw on the way is good, as Stegman drained both of them. And he's got 2 points. Cougars go up by 5, 44-39. Pass to the left wing. Devins with it there. To Love out top. Love guarded by Stegman. Love trying to take Stegman to the hole, and they're going to call Stegman for a hand check. It'll be his third personal. Stegman called for the hand check, and the third foul on the Cougars in the second half. Calling a little tighter here in the second half. Now Christian Lewis will check in for Columbia, and the freshman Stegman comes out. Christian Lewis is a 6'6" junior from Lincoln, Nebraska. Here's the lob inside, and Blevett lays it in on a nice alley-oop. And it's 44-41. Cougar lead back to 3. Top to Key Fields. Left side, Turner. Terrell Turner out to Lewis. Lewis feeds it to the right side to Trey Hall. He has it knocked loose. Hall runs it down to the right corner. Hall with it on the wing, down to the baseline. He kicks the ball to Fields, intercepted by Devins. Another Cougar turnover. Into the front court. Lovell dribbles down to the baseline, drove all the way out of bounds. He got off balance and couldn't right himself, and a turnover charge to the Eagles. They're 14th of the game. 44-41, Columbia by 3. Flanner with it on the left wing. Near that sideline. Picks it up out top the Fields. Right side to Trey Hall. Trey Hall to Lewis. Lewis to Turner. Drive, scoop shot, no good. Fields keeps the rebound alive. Runs it down in the left corner. Out to Lewis. Out top now to Flanner. Flanner will set it up against man-to-man pressure. To Fields. Fields to Flanner. Flanner with it on the right wing. Flanner drives to the baseline. Puts up the runner. Blocked by Love and cleared out of there by Devins. Devins into the front court. Devins for Central Methodist. Out top to Lavelle. Yeah, back to Devins. Devins drives baseline. Scoops it up and in. As Devins gets the basket, he's got 12, and it's a 1-point Cougar lead. Left side, Turner. Turner, top the key to Lewis. Right side, Trey Hall. Hall guarded there by Sherman to Flanner at the free throw line. That shot's a brick. Rebound kicked out of bounds, last touch by Columbia. I keep looking for Bob Bircher to call timeout. We played 4 minutes and 22 seconds of the second half, and the Cougars' lead is cut down to 1. They led by 10 at the break. Columbia has 5 timeouts left. Central Methodist has 4. Stanley will set it up. Stanley brings it to the top of the key. Chest high dribble. Stanley works to the left point, into the left corner to Devins. Devins beyond the arc, holds it there. Now to Stanley in front of us. Stanley with it at the left hash mark, now top the key. To the right wing to Devins. Devins bounces it down low to Blovett. Blovett tied up there by Fields. Blovett dribbles into the corner, back to Stanley for a layup, and the Eagles got their first lead of the game. As Sid Stanley made the cut to the basket and got the layup. 45-44. Eagles lead for the first time. That gets them riled up here at the arena. Top the key, Fields. Left side to Flanner. Back to Fields. Left side now to Turner. Terrell Turner with it on the left sideline. Turner bounces it down low to Flanner. Flanner's jumper off the baseline won't go. Tipped up by Fields, no good. And Blovett with the rebound. Here comes Central Methodist on a run and a 1-point lead. Stanley picks up his dribble. Tied up right side Devins. Devins beyond the arc on the right sideline. Backs back out to the right sideline near where the hash mark used to be. Now out top Sherman. 3-point shot by Sherman. In and out, no good. Rebound ran down by Flanner. He gives the ball to Turner, and here comes Columbia. Turner propels over to the left side with the dribble. Leaves it for Hall. Hall out top to Fields. Fields out near the timeline to Trey Hall on the left sideline beyond the arc. Hall holds there back to Michael Fields to the right side now to Terrell Turner. Turner picks up his dribble, in some trouble, and a timeout call by Columbia. Bob Burchard wants to talk it over. Cougars are spitting and sputtering offensively, and they're going to try to get the ship righted in the timeout. More Cougar basketball in a moment.
Thank you for calling Bambino's.
Holy cow! Hi, everybody.
Hey, Harry.
Say, I'm looking for a place to find me a frosty cold one this evening.
Well, then you got to get down here to Bambino's and abuse your noodle.
Abused my noodle? Hi! Sounds like a weekend I had at Kalamazoo, Michigan one.
No, Harry. At Bambino's, abuse your noodle means you can get ice-cold schooners of beer with our daily happy hour specials and our late-night Bud Light draft beer specials for a ridiculous price.
Holy noodle! I thought I was in heaven up here.
Harry, just get down here to Bambino's. We've got big plates of pasta, big schooners of beer, and sports on our big screen TV.
Bambino's? Oh, shut up already. You had me at Scooter. Just tell me where you're at.
Bambino's Italian Cafe in downtown at Hinton Locust, or you can call us back for carryout or delivery at 443-4473.
I'm on my way.
Bye, Harry.
Central Methodist 45, Columbia 44. Cougars kind of looked like they were cruising in the first half, led by as many as 14, led by 10 at the break. But Central Methodist has made some adjustments, and they now lead Columbia by 1. Cougars to inbound. Columbia's really had some problems offensively here in the second half. They've scored just 4 points, while Central Methodist has scored 15. Lukic with it on the right point. Bounce pass inside through the hands of Fields and out of bounds, and the Cougars turn it over again. Pretty good idea, but poorly executed. Columbia has been outscored 15-4 to open up the second half. Pass goes to the left side to Sherman. Sherman at the left elbow. Pulls up from 16. Shot no good. Michael Fields with the rebound. He gives the ball to Lukic. Lukic on the drive. Has it stripped away by Blovett. As Blovett stripped it out, and he was called for the foul. As Blovett picks up his third personal, third team foul in Central Methodist. Blovett thought he picked it cleanly. 45-44, Cougars get it back. Lukic with it on the right side, gives the lead Sattler. Sattler with it in that right corner. Down low to Fields to Lewis. Lewis leans in and scores. Cougars needed that bucket. That's Lewis's first basket of the game. 46-45, Columbia by 1. Have their second lead of the night. Now Blovett drives, shot blocked by Lewis, but a foul is going to be called. Called for the foul is Lewis. Tristan Lewis with his second personal. Fourth team foul now on Columbia. And to the line goes Jeff Lavelt. Lavelt from Lynn. 11 points in the game. Check that. He's got 9 points in the contest. And he's 1 for 1 from the line. This free throw in the way is good. He now has 10. And we're tied at 46. Last time we were tied was at 7. Levet is a 6'4 junior. Only a 57% free throw shooter. 2 of 2 tonight. Free throw on the way. Got them both. He's 3 of 3 tonight, and he has 11 points. Now, full court pressure by Central Methodist. Inbounds pass to Jason Ellis. Ellis at three-quarter court draws a double team, gives the ball to Fields, who gets it across. Fields gives the ball to Sattler. Sattler near the timeline will set up the offense. To Fields. Fields right side to Lukic. Man-to-man defense by Central Methodist. Lukic wasted his dribble, gives the ball to Sattler, who brings it out to the right point. Sattler to Lukic. Lukic drives to the baseline, pulls up from 10, no good. Love with a rebound. 47-46, Central Methodist with the ball and a 1-point lead. Blovett gives the ball to Stanley. Stanley in the right corner. Devins, fading jump shot off the glass. Good. Brenton Devins now with 14 points to lead all scorers, and the Eagles have a 3-point lead. Right side to Sattler. Lee Sattler out top to Fields, to the left side to Jason Ellis. Ellis with it, drives down to the left corner, draws a double team to Lewis. Lewis right side to Sattler. Sattler to the right corner to Fields, out top Lukic. Lukic works to the right side to Lee Sattler. Down low now to Michael Fields. Fields on the right baseline, kicks it back out to Lewis. Left side Ellis. Cougars having trouble getting a shot off, and a foul call with 4 seconds on the shot clock. That'll drive a coach crazy. Called for the personals. Britton Devins his first. And that is the 14th foul now at Central Methodist. 49-46, Cougars down 3. The bounce pass comes into Sattler. Jumper out of the left corner for 3. Off the mark. Lukic runs down the rebound on the right side. Lukic down low to Fields. Fields posted up. Hook shot Fields, no good. Rebound fought far, and it's cleared down by Central Methodist, and Anthony Love was fouled by Christian Lewis. The foul on Lewis is his 3rd personal. Columbia's offense is really struggling here in the second half. We've played right at 8 minutes, and they have scored 6 points. Can't get shots to fall. Can't get open shots. 49-46, the Eagles with a 3-point lead. Now working it up the floor is Sherman. Matt Sherman across the timeline, works to the right side. Gets it to Howell, back out top to Sherman. Sherman's shot on the way, partially blocked, but Sattler called for the foul. The foul on Lee is his first. 6th team foul, and that will send Sherman to the line to shoot 3 free throws. Sherman fouled in 3-point territory. He's a 79% free throw shooter. The first one on the way is good. The Eagles have made a living at the line. In this game, they've shot very well. Coming in as a team shooting 60%, but they've shot much better tonight. Next free throw from Sherman, good. He now has 5 points, all in the second half, and the Cougar lead is, or the Eagle lead is now 5, and Terrell Turner's going to check in for Lee Sattler. Guess who he's going to guard? Probably Matt Sherman. Sherman with the next one. He got all 3. He has 6. And the Cougars have fallen off the pace by 6. 46-52. Columbia down by a half a dozen after leading by 13 in the first half. Cougars really struggled to score here in the opening moments of the second half. Now Terrell Turner gives the ball to Lukic into the front court. Lukic with it on the right wing. Out top to Lewis. Left side to Turner. Turner with it on the left wing. Down low to Lukic. Lukic drives into the paint. Head fake. Puts up the one-hander. No good. Tipped up by Gary. That's no good. Gary gets his own rebound. Puts it up and in. Gary's got 4. And it's a 52-48 game. Columbia down 4. Sherman with it on the left point. Now gets it out top to Jewett. To the left side. With it there, Howell. Howell to Sherman, who has it knocked into the backcourt. Sherman into the front court. Sherman working against Turner. Bounces it off to the right side to Devins. Devins with it on the right wing. Devins guarded up by Lukic. Double team. Kicks it off to Jewett in the right corner. Jewett tied up there. Now to Sherman. Sherman gets a pick. Gives it back to Jewett. Jewett then bounced it right to Turner, who made the steal. Turner to Lukic, left wing. He wanted to shoot a 3. Didn't. Kicks it in the right corner. Jason Ellis drives. Feeds underneath Lewis for a layup. Jason Ellis with another assist. Lewis with the bucket's got 4. and it's a 2-point game, 52-50. Sherman with it on the left wing with 10.5 minutes to play. Out top, Devens. Devens going to find Lukic. Devens in the right corner to Howell. Howell feeds inside to Jewett. Jewett tied up there by Lewis. Jewett with a turnaround jumper off the right block. No good. Rebound Ellis. Here come the Cougars on a 4-on-1 run out. Ellis gives the ball to Turner. Scoop shot up. In and out. No good, but he's fouled. Called for the personal foul is Britton Devens. It'll be his second. And the 5th foul on Central Methodist. And Terrell Turner to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Turner has 6 points, a couple threes in the first half. Hasn't scored in the second and was shooting 2. Lovett getting set to check in for Central Methodist. Free throw on the way from Turner. Good. Lovett who checks in, and coming out is Jewett. They give up a little size there. Lovett 6'4", Jewett 6'5". Free throw on the way. Turner got them both. Terrell drained them both. He has 8. Had 5-point average coming in. He had 6 at Lindenwood the other night. It's a tied game at 52. On the left wing, Howell carries the basketball. Turnover, Central Methodist, and the Cougars get it back. Now checking in is Dykeman. Dykeman in for Howell. And Central Methodist wants a timeout. The Running Eagles want to talk it over. We're back with more Cougar basketball in a moment.
The Columbia Cougars are headed to the NAIA Volleyball National Championship. In fact, the Cougars are hosting the 2007 NAIA Volleyball National Championship starting November the 28th and concluding with the finals on December the 1st. Watch the Cougars and the other top teams in the country battle for the national title. The NAIA Volleyball National Championship, hosted by the Cougars at the arena of the Southwell Complex, November 28th through December the 1st.
52-52, that's the score here at the arena of the Southwell Complex. Columbia, with 10:05 to go in the game, has battled back to tie it after falling behind by 6. The Cougars were tied with the Eagles at 46. The Eagles went off with 6 points before the Cougars were able to come back and tie it at 52. Pass goes in the left corner to Lukic. Lukic now on the dribble. Man-to-man defense by the Eagles. Out top to Aguirre. Right wing to Ellis. Ellis with it on the right sideline. Ellis drives to the right elbow, and a blocking foul called on Devens.
Eagle foul, his third, Britton Devens.
21-6, the Eagles outscored the Cougars to open up this second half. Devens with that foul now has 3. 6-team foul. Inbounds pass comes in. Shot put up by Lewis. No good. And a foul on the rebound. That's going against Columbia. Aguirre called for the foul. Aguirre out of Kansas City, Missouri, picks up the personal. That's the 7th team foul now on Columbia in the second half. And Anthony Love to the line, who's yet to score in the game, coming in averaging double figures. He went to Wentzville Holt High School. 6'5" senior. 10 points, 9 rebounds against William Woods the other night. This free throw on the way, no good. He still hasn't scored in the game. Rebound pulled down by Columbia. Turner kicks it out to Gary. Gary with a no-look down low to Lewis on the left block. Lewis from the baseline. Jump shot, no good. Rebound, Blavette. Blavette with the rebound. Outlet pass up the floor to Devens on the left wing. Devens with it on the left sideline to Blavette. Blavette drives, and a reach foul is going to be called on Jason Ellis. It looked clean, but they got Ellis for the foul. Well, was it Ellis or Lewis? Hold everything. It was Lewis called for the foul. Christian Lewis picks up his 4th personal. It's the 8th team foul, and Blavette goes to the line. He's a 57% free throw shooter, but tonight he's been 100%. 3 of 3. Blavette will shoot 1-and-1. Free throw on the way. No good. He missed it. Rebound Love. Love kicks it in the corner. Sherman for 3. Score it. Matt Sherman's got 9 all in the second half. And it's 55-52. Eagles lead it by 3. Top of the key to Gary. Almost walked with it. Now left side to Terrell Turner. Turner with it beyond the arc. Out top, Lukic. Lukic, top the key. Passes right wing to Ellis. Ellis to the corner. Ellis from 18. Good. Jason Ellis has 4, and it's a 1-point Eagle lead. 8:40 to go in the game. Sherman brings it up the floor with the dribble. Guarded by Turner. Sherman between the rings, works to the left side. Gives it to Devins. Devins with it out top left elbow. He's working on Ellis. Kicks it off to Dykeman. Dykeman trying to get a pick. Works to the left side. Hands it to Sherman. Sherman at the top of the key. Gets a pick. Sherman can't get his shot. Kicks it down low. As Blavette drives. Reverse layup no good. Rebound Fields. And here come the Cougars. They got a big stop there. As Lukic brings it to the top of the key for Columbia. To Fields. Fields to the left side to Ellis. Down low to Lukic. Lukic trying to back in. Can't get a shot to Gary. From 18. Good! As Gary drops it in. And the Cougars have a 1-point lead. 56-55. Under 8 minutes to play. Sherman on the dribble. Working against Turner. Has his hands full there. Now fans back out near the timeline. Terrell Turner there step for step. Sherman off to the right wing with a right-hand dribble. Sherman picks that up. Kicks it to the top of the key to Dykeman. Dykeman gets a pick, slides off to the left wing beyond the arc. Dykeman now to Devins. Devins steps inside the arc, feeds the Love back to Devins outside the arc for 3 from the top, no good. Rebound, Blavette. He puts up the leaner. That's no good. Love taps the rebound down into the left corner where he picks it up. He gives the ball to Devins. Devins to Sherman. Fresh shot clock for the Eagles. 7:15 to go in the game. Sherman between the rings, works to the right point. Now to Blavette. His three-pointer, no good. Heels out, rebound Ellis, and here come the Cougars. Jason Ellis into the front court. He has it in front of the Cougar bench. To Fields, left side Turner. Columbia by 1 with the ball. Into the left corner now to Ellis. Ellis driving left baseline. Spins, bank shot, good. Jason Ellis with a big bucket, and the Cougars regain the lead there. They're up 3. 58-55. Left side Sherman. Sherman guarded by Turner. Sherman picks it up, top of the key to Devins, left wing now to Dykeman. Dykeman guarded there by Lukic. Lukic down low to Love. Love backing in, can't get a shot. Ball comes loose, picked up by Devins. Devins to Dykeman at the left elbow. Head fake, jump shot, no good. Rebound fart, tipped up, no good. Next rebound battle for out of bounds, last touch by Gary. Gary and Fields trying to shut down that inside attack. And then Lukic, Turner, and Ellis trying to slow him down on the perimeter. 58-55. Cougars by 3 with 6:20 to play. Inbounding the ball is Dykeman. Into the corner to Sherman. Sherman down low to Love. Head fake. Bank shot good. And he's fouled. That's a senior experience of Anthony Love. He got Gary up in the air. And he'll pick up the personal. Micah Gary's second personal. That's Love's first bucket of the night. That's almost unbelievable for that veteran. Love will try to complete the three-point play and tie the game at 58. Told you it was a long way from being over. 58-57. Love's free throw is in and out, no good. Stegman, who just checked in, pulls down the rebound. He gives the ball to Lukic down the far sideline to Ellis in the left corner. Ellis being chased there by Love. Ellis kicks it back to Lukic. Out top Stegman. Right side Turner. Turner with it beyond the arc. Top the key to Fields. Left side Ellis. Penetrates inside the arc. Backs back out. Feeds it down low to Stegman. Back to Ellis. Ellis penetrates. Triple team. Bank shot good, and Ellis is fouled. Jason Ellis had the entire team, it looked like, hanging on him and banked it home. And he's fouled. Picking up the personal is Blavette. It'll be his 4th, 7th team foul. And Ellis has 8 points. Trying to complete the three-point play and get that 3-point Cougar lead back. Jewett will check in, and coming out is Blavette. The left-hander, Ellis, to the line. First free throw attempt of the game for Jason. It's on the way, and he got it. Ellis has 9, 7 of them in the second half. 61-57 Columbia, under 6 minutes to play. Pass to the left wing to Dykeman. Dykeman penetrates. His pass stolen by Stegman, then that pass is deflected and knocked down by Love. They hand it back and forth. Top of the key is Jewett. He bounces it down low inside, stolen by Turner. Turner brings it back the other way for Columbia. Turner to Lukic, who has it knocked loose. Lukic gets it under control. Lukic with it near the left sideline. Picks his dribble up. Gives the ball to Fields in the left corner. Turner for three. Yes! Terrell Turner drains a three. He's got 11, and the Cougars go up just like that. The Cougars go up by 7. 64-57. Pass out top. Devens, three-pointer. No good. Ellis with the rebound. And Columbia back in control. Under 5 minutes to play. Ellis across the line. Top the key to Fields. Left side, Turner. Turner drives baseline. Turner banks it up. No good. Couldn't get a whistle. Rebound pulled down by Stanley. He's on the run out. Stanley with it. Left elbow. Right sideline. Devens for three. Heels out. Rebound ran down in the corner by Ellis. And the Cougars will attack as Columbia brings it back with 4.5 to play. Ellis across the timeline. Cougars will spread the floor. Top of the key to Lukic. Lukic holds it there. Lukic now right side to Ellis. Ellis with it to Lukic on a give and go for a layup. Score it. Miroslav Lukic with the oldest play in basketball on a give and go. Gets the layup. Another assist by Ellis, and the Cougars have a 9-point lead and a timeout called by the Eagles. 4:06 to play. Columbia 66. Central Methodist 57. More Cougar basketball coming your way right after this word.
If you bought your life insurance policy 20 or 30 years ago, it probably never occurred to you that you might actually outlive its coverage. But people are living longer, healthier lives than ever before. That's why Kansas City Life Insurance created Life Pro 120. It's universal life coverage that continues for as long as you live. Ask your Kansas City Life agent about Life Pro 120 today.
We're Kansas City Life. You want style? You want it fast? For a brand new you, Cost Cutters has a style just for you. Get in, get out, get style, no doubt. That's what Cost Cutters is all about. For hair that rocks when you're on a roll, there's only one place you need to go, Cost Cutters. They fit your lifestyle. Cost Cutters. It's all about style.
No appointment necessary. Open every day, weekdays till 8. Jeff City, Moberly, and 3 Columbia locations.
Cost Cutters. We make it happen.
66-57. Columbia with a lead here at the Arena of the Southwell Complex. 4:06 to play. Cougars in the first half looked like they were cruising, leading by as many as 14. Led by 10 at the break. Central Methodist then came to life. They went up in the game 52-46. A 6-point advantage. Now Columbia owns a 66-57 lead. Dykeman drives, shot blocked by Stegman, and it goes out of bounds. As big Greg Stegman inside there, really being a force here tonight. 3:57 now to play in the game. Dykeman to inbound. Kicks it out to Sherman on the right wing, guarded by Turner. Sherman gets it to the top of the key to Stanley. Stanley now isolated out there with Ellis guarding him, gives to Dykeman. Dykeman, left side Love. Love draws the double team, puts up the runner. That's no good. Fields with the rebound. It was Stegman defending again. And here come the Cougars as Ellis will bring it into the front court. 3.5 minutes to play. Right side goes to Lukic. Lukic double team there. And a timeout called by Coach Bob Berger. Cougars will use a 30-second timeout as they lead it by 9. More in a moment. During the holidays, the Cougars, Lady Cougars, and Cartridge World presents Cougars vs. Cancer Classic at the Arena of the Southwell Complex. The action starts on Friday, December the 28th at 2 p.m. when the William Woods Lady Owls play Concordia. At 4, Cumberland's men will test Southern Poly State. The Lady Cougars take on Lyon at 6, and at 8, the Cougars and Taylor will hook up. On Saturday, December the 29th, Lady Cougars will play Concordia at 6, and the Cougars will battle Southern Poly State at 8. Cougar basketball, helping cure cancer. Back here at the Arena of the Southwell Complex, the Columbia Cougars leading the Central Methodist Running Eagles 66-57. The Running Eagles lead this series 32-25. This is the 58th meeting between these two institutions on the basketball court. Cougars own the basketball. Turner across the timeline, works to the left side to Lukic. Lukic with it on the sideline. Central Methodist now packing his own. To Lukic on the left side, to Ellis, back to Lukic. Lukic with it on that left point. Back to Ellis on the left wing. Back to Lukic on the top. Now pass tipped out of bounds. It'll go back to the Cougars with just 2 seconds on the shot clock. It's only 2 seconds on the shot clock for the Cougars. I'm not sure they're aware, as they will have to get a shot launched here quickly. 3:10 to play in the game. Columbia wants to get it on the rim. Now Lukic trying to get it inbounded. Lukic to Fields. Fields tip no good. Next tip up by Ellis. That hit the rim, but it missed. And the rebound's pulled down by Central Methodist. Howell drives, and Stanley puts up a shot. Stanley's fouled, and Lukic charged with a personal, and he has that innocent look on his face. 66-57. Miroslav Lukic with his first foul, and that is the 10th team foul now on Columbia in the second half. And to the line goes Sid Stanley, who is 3 of 3 tonight. This free throw rattles in. He's 4 of 4, and he's in double figures with 10. Well, it never fails. The young man will be listed as a 50% free throw shooter, and then when he plays Columbia, he makes all of them. This one's a brick. He missed it. And Stegman pulled down the rebound. I reminded him about it, I guess. Cougars bring it in the front court now with under 3 to play. Right side, Turner. Columbia's enemy really is the clock. Left side, Lukic. Lukic lobs it over to Terrell Turner. Turner with it on the right wing. Now the right point. Feeds the high post to Fields. Right side, Ellis. Back to Turner. Cougars take that shot clock down to 12. Turner to Lukic. Lukic from 38 feet for 3 is a brick. Ellis has the rebound, fall to his feet. Ellis will bring it back out, and they reload. And we got a foul underneath, a holding foul underneath. That'll stop the clock with 2:28 to play. And charged with a foul is Blavette, and he is fouled out of the game. His 5th. He fouls out. He'll finish up with 11 points unofficially. And now Central Methodist will have to find a replacement for their 6'4" forward, Jeff Blavette, who's been very good here tonight. Blavette did not play in that game against William Woods. He was ill, and he's fouled out of this game. The Eagles have lost coming into this game 2 in a row. They've lost 3 out of 4. Central Methodist stumbling around a little bit right now. Cougars trying to win their 6th of the year and their 4th in a row. They are scheduled to host Baker tomorrow. Free throw from Ellis on the way. He's in and out, no good. Jason missed it. That would have given him double-digit scoring. Rebound pulled down by the Eagles. Stanley with it on the right point with 2:20 to play. Stanley now works to the left, back to the right, to Sherman. Sherman's three-point shot, no good. Ellis with a rebound. Jason Ellis has really picked up the slack here in the second half. He gives to Turner, to Fields, across the timeline. Ellis back to Fields, now to Turner as they spread the floor. Central Methodist still looks like they're packing his own, but they're stretching it out. Ellis with it on the right wing. Now to Lukic. Lukic to Fields, left corner. Turner for 3. Score it! Terrell Turner's got 14 to lead the Cougars in scoring, and Columbia has their biggest lead of the second half, 11 points. Pass comes out top, knocked free, loose, picked up by Dykeman. Jump shot for 3, good. As Nick Dykeman now in the double figures with 11. And the Cougar lead cut to 8 just that quickly. Inbounds pass to Ellis. Down to a minute 25 to go in the game. Ellis to Fields to Ellis. Ellis in the front court to Turner. Now to Lukic. Lukic out top to Fields. Right side Ellis. Back to Fields, top to Key. Back to Ellis on the right side. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Ellis fouled by Nick Dykeman. Dykeman called for the foul. It'll be his second personal. That's a 19 foul now on the Eagles. 69-61. Columbia's lead at 8 with 1:11 to play. Can they hang on? Sean Dooley and Bob Burchard meet on the sideline, talking over strategy. Jewett now comes out. They bring in a little more quickness with Brenton Devins. The Eagles do. Ellis back to the line where he missed his last free throw. This one is no good. He missed it. Rebound Devens. Here comes Central Methodist. Down the far sideline, Stanley. Right sideline, Devens trying to penetrate. To the rack, puts up a shot. It's partially blocked, but a foul called. And that will not excite Coach Burchard. Fields called for the foul, the senior, his second. Mike says he had his hands straight up, but he got whistled for the foul. To the free throw line goes Brenton Devens, an 80% free throw shooter. He'll be shooting 2. Try to cut this deficit down to 6 for Central Methodist with 1:02 to play. Free throw on the way is good. Devens now with 15 points. Trey Hall in. Jason Ellis goes out. Boy, what a lift Ellis gave Columbia. But right now, the Cougar lead is down to 7. Now Jewett's going to check in. And Dykeman will come out. 1:02 to play. Devens out of Wentzville, 6-foot senior, averaging 10 points a game. Shoots his free throw. It's on the way, and it's good. He's got 16 tonight. And it's a 6-point ball game. Full court pressure. Inbounds pass to Lukic. Double team. Splits the double team. Gets the ball to Stegman in the backcourt. Cougars now get the ball over to Turner, who gets it across. Turner now works to the left side with 52.7 seconds to play. Turner is fouled. Called for the personal foul, Matt Sherman. It's his 3rd, and that's the 10th now on the Eagles, meaning Terrell Turner will be shooting 2. Cougars need them all right here down the stretch. They're going to have to make their free throws. There's that 6-point lead. Free throw on the way from Turner is no good. He missed it off to the left. Cougars have missed their last 3 free throw attempts. The last 2 were 1-and-1s. This is a 2-shot foul. So Cougars are in the double bonus. Turner will shoot another. Free throw on the way. Got it. He got that one to fall. Cougars by 7, and Burchard will use a timeout. Timeout, Columbia College. We'll take a break. More Cougar basketball in a moment here on ColumbiaCougars.com.
If you don't think it's a big deal to purchase alcohol for a minor, then you're not thinking. It's irresponsible and illegal. So if you get a shoulder tap to buy alcohol for minors, turn the other shoulder and walk away. A message from Anheuser-Busch, N.H. Shepherd's Distributing Company, and the Columbia Cougars, reminding you to prevent, don't provide alcohol to minors.
Are you one of these kinds of dads? When the kids came along, did you promise yourself, I never want to look back and wish I'd spent less time at the office? Then you should get to know Shelter Insurance. We're here to help people who plan their lives around their families by offering life insurance that's built for your needs. Life insurance that's right for you and right for the people who depend on you. Shelter Insurance. Seek shelter today.
52.7 seconds to play in the game. Columbia 70. Central Methodist 63 here at the Arena of the Southwell Complex. Earlier today, Hannibal LaGrange beat Baker 69-57. Columbia will play Baker tomorrow. Hannibal LaGrange will play Central Methodist tomorrow starting at 1 o'clock. Columbia will play 3 against Baker. We'll see you here at the arena. A little basketball action tomorrow afternoon. Cougars have to play defense here. Sherman will inbound. Full court pressure now by the Cougars. Inbounds past Anthony Love in the backcourt. He leaves it for Sherman, who jets down the far sideline, guarded by Trey Hall. Sherman's a threat at this point of the game with 3-point shooting. He gives to Stanley. Stanley kicks it out. Devens for 3 is short. Rebound Love. Love kicks it out to Dykeman. Dykeman along the baseline, tied up, drives, reverse layup, good. Nick Dykeman has 13, and with 31.3 seconds to play, Cougars get it into Lukic, leading 70-65. Lob is intercepted by Sherman. 18-foot jump shot by Sherman's good. And the Cougar lead is down to 3, 70-67, and a timeout call. Central Methodist with the timeout. We'll have more Cougar basketball in a moment.
Thank you for calling Bambinos.
Holy cow! Hi, everybody.
Hey, Harry.
Say, I'm looking for a place to find me a frosty cold one this evening.
Well, then you got to get down here to Bambino's and abuse your noodle.
Abused my noodle? Hi! Sounds like a weekend I had at Kalamazoo, Michigan once.
No, Harry. At Bambino's, abuse your noodle means you can get ice-cold schooners of beer with our daily happy hour specials and our late-night Bud Light draft beer specials for a ridiculous price.
Holy noodle! I thought I was in heaven up here.
Harry, just get down here to Bambino's. We've got big plates of pasta, big schooners of beer, and sports on our big screen TV.
Bambino's? Oh, shut up already. You had me at Scooter. Just tell me where you're at.
Bambino's Italian Cafe in downtown at Hit and Locust, or you can call us back for carry-out or delivery at 443-4473.
I'm on my way.
Bye, Harry.
70-67. Cougars by 3. Moments ago, they led by as many as 7. But Columbia turned the ball over. Central Methodist got the jump shot from Matt Sherman. And it's a 3-point game. Cougars have a little bit of a problem with the press. They've made a personnel change as Jason Ellis now in there. And coming out here at this point of the ball game, as the Cougars got all guards in there, was Stegman. In the backcourt, Hall. Hall trying to get it across, does to Lukic. Lukic to Turner. Turner drives baseline, puts his shot up. It's no good, but Terrell Turner is fouled. And Turner fouled by Britton Devins, who picks up his 4th personal. Columbia's in the double bonus. Terrell Turner to the line, where he is 3 of 4 tonight, leading the Cougars with 15 points. He needs 2 of them here. Columbia with 14.6 seconds to play with a 3-point lead. Terrell Turner's free throw's good. Turner got that one to fall. Terrell Turner to former Rockbridge Bruin. 71-67. Now it's a 2-possession game. Kinda. You hit a 3 and fouled. I guess you still shoot 1. So you got to hit this one to make it a 2-possession game. And he did. Turner got it. He knocked it down. He now has a career high at Columbia College of 17, and we've got a break as the Cougars lead Central Methodist with 14.6 seconds to play. 72-67.
Let the Best Western Columbia Inn host your next meeting or special occasion. We're conveniently located at the heart of Central Missouri at the junction of Highway 63 and Interstate 70. Along with our excellent customer service, we offer 122 newly renovated sleeping rooms with a wide range of amenities, including a free hot breakfast. With over 5,200 square feet of meeting space, we can accommodate a wide range of group sizes and events. Our experienced staff will help you with all of your special needs to make your event successful. Everyone knows the secret to having a successful gathering is having it at the right place. So when planning your next event, let the Best Western Columbia Inn be the right place for you. Your #1 choice for comfort, convenience, and quality. For reservations, call 1-800-362-3185. Best Western Columbia Inn.
(72-67). Cougars lead it by 5 with 14.6 seconds to play. As Columbia College trying to win their 4th in a row and beat Central Methodist for the first time in a couple of years. And the Cougars now will attack a 3-quarter court defensively. The Eagles have the basketball. He mounts past to Love. Love to Sherman. Sherman on the dribble. Top the key, picked up by Turner. And he runs over Michael Fields, and they're going to call Fields on a block. Very tough call to swallow as Fields called for the block, and that will send to the line Matt Sherman. And he's almost automatic there, shooting right at 80%. The foul on Fields is his 3rd personal. That was really, that call could have gone either way. Could have been a no call. 72-67. Sherman's free throw is in and out, no good. Sherman missed a big one there. Sherman didn't score in the first half. He has 11 in the second. Jewett now will check in. Stegman comes out for the Cougars. Ellis comes in for Columbia. Jewett checks in for Central Methodist. Dykeman came out. Free throw on the way. Good from Sherman. Sherman with the dozen. Cougars lead it by 4, 72-68. Now Fields trying to get it in bounds. Has to call a timeout with 10 seconds to play. I thought he had Lukic open, but he didn't see him. So the Cougars use a timeout. They have 1 left. We have a break. We'll have more in a moment.
Looking for sports coverage you can count on? Turn to the team that brings you coverage whenever and wherever you want it. KOMU Sports.
Tune in to KOMU News at 6 and 10 for the latest sports highlights and wrap up the week with the KOMU Sports Show Sundays at 10:25. Log on to KOMU.com for video highlights and interactive polls. Get sports news when you want it with KOMU Mobile. Get alerts direct to you with KOMU Mobile Message.
KOMU Sports. Sports coverage you can count on.
Columbia College is once again home of the NAIA Volleyball National Championship, and the action runs from November the 28th through December the 1st. You too can be part of this spectacular event by volunteering. Volunteers will receive free admission to all matches and a free t-shirt. Get all the details online at ColumbiaCougars.com or contact Cindy at 573-875-7454. Volunteer today and be a part of the NAIA Volleyball National Championship.
10 seconds to play. Columbia 72, Central Methodist 68. And the Columbia Cougars have the basketball with 10 seconds to kill. They've got to get it inbounded. Probably have to make another set of free throws to sew this one up. Columbia is led by 14 in the first half, 11 in the second half. But it's down to the last 10 seconds. Inbounds pass to Ellis. Ellis double-teamed and fouled by Anthony Love. And we'll go to the other end with 8 seconds and 1/10 to play. We'll milk that clock down. This might be the longest 8 seconds of the year. A.J. Jewett picks up the personal, his fourth. Both teams in the double bonus. Ellis to the line. Jason Ellis has struggled at the stripe tonight. He's missed his last 2 free throws. Ellis to the line. Free throw on the way. Good. That's a big one. He's now got 10. 73-68. Cougars back by 5. And another free throw should just about put it away. I would say this one here would guarantee you at least a tie. Really should put it away with 8 seconds to play. Free throw on the way from Ellis. Good. He got it. Ellis got it. He's got 11. Here come the Eagles. Sherman brings it up the floor. 4 seconds. 3. Sherman has it stripped and stolen, and that's the ball game as the Cougars win it. 74-68. Columbia wins this one. 74-68. Cougars hang on for win number 6 on the season. Central Methodist has now dropped 3 in a row. Columbia has won 4 in a row. The Eagles fought a 3 and 5. The Cougars improved to 6 and 1. We're back with our post-game festivities in a moment. This is Columbia Cougar basketball.
Life can be a real balancing act, can it? Careers, kids, mortgages, and the more things are up in the air, the more you want them under control. That's where Shelter Insurance comes in. We insure your car, home, life, and peace of mind. We offer competitive rates to take care of the business of life so you can concentrate on something more important, enjoying your life. Interested? Find an agent near you at shelterinsurance.com. Seek shelter today.
The Cougars remind you that a winner always uses a designated driver or volunteers to be one. Be a good sport and keep our roads safe. Always put safe driving at the top of your lineup. A message from the Columbia Cougars, Budweiser, and N.H. Shepherd's Distributing Company. You are listening to Columbia Cougar Athletics on ColumbiaCougars.com. Follow the Cougars all season long by logging on to ColumbiaCougars.com. Get results, highlights, statistics, player information, and all the latest Cougar news. Shop for great Cougar gear at ColumbiaCougars.com. Your voice of Cougar Athletics. Your source for everything you need to know about the Cougars. ColumbiaCougars.com.
Wouldn't you like to be able to provide for your family every month, even if you weren't around? That's precisely why Kansas City Life created a monthly benefit rider for universal life coverage. In addition to your policy's lump sum payout, this rider provides extra cash to your loved ones every month, supporting them just as you would if you were still here. Talk to your Kansas City Life agent today about the new monthly benefit rider.
We're Kansas City Life.
Back here at the arena of the Southwell Complex, the Columbia Cougars win it here tonight by a final score of 74-68. It was a game of runs. Columbia got out to the early lead, went up by as many as 14, but really couldn't maintain that advantage. They slipped back behind and fell behind by as many as 6 in the second half after leading by 10 at the break. But then the Cougars were able to get it going again and play some hard-nosed defense to slow down Central Methodist and put together win number 6 on the season as Columbia College beats the Eagles here today by a final score of 74-68. As Columbia had to fight off a very determined group from Central Methodist, and the Cougars were able to hang on for that victory. As Columbia in the first half shot 46% from the floor, 58% from the three-point arc, 7 of 12, and they finished up shooting 75% from the charity stripe. Meanwhile, Central Methodist shot 40% from the field, 41% from the arc, and 70% from the free throw line. Coach Bircher, congratulations. Thanks for joining us. And, well, what a ball game. You wore off all that turkey tonight, to say the least.
Yeah, it was hard work. I think both teams played really hard. We didn't match our aggressiveness at the start of the second half, and I'm a little bit disappointed in that because we really talked about it at halftime. And, we just didn't come out and play at the same level. And then, I thought we got back and, got on top a little bit and then made a couple of good plays. Trey Hall didn't get to play a whole lot today, so Jason Ellis came in and filled in for him, I thought, and that was nice. And then Terrell Turner made some real big shots for us.
Well, after you gave up the lead and fell behind by 6, it was your defense that got it in, got you back in it, didn't it?
Well, I thought so. I mean, that's the whole thing.
Right.
And we got in flow a little bit. And sometimes, if you're taking it out of the basket and then you're passing it around, not scoring, then taking it out of the basket, you can't get into any flow. And I really thought once our defensive intensity picked up a little bit, that we played a little better.
In the first half, you get a lead by 14. Kind of looked like you might go cruising there for a little bit, but it didn't work out that way. But were things clicking that smoothly for you early?
I thought we played really well early, Tex, and it wasn't going to go smooth. A 10-point lead in basketball is just nothing anymore. And, they're so hard to guard because I think we talked about in the pregame that they're all triple threat guys, and they can all take you off the dribble. Their inside guys can take you off the dribble, and we had a really difficult time defending them.
Coach, talk a little bit about shooting free throws here tonight. You shot 75%. That's better than what your season average has been. It's been getting better. It looked like it was going to be all right, but it gets a little tough, doesn't it, down the stretch where you had a couple of them there that wouldn't go, but you sewed up the deal with free throws.
We did at the end, and then, Jason Ellis is a really good free throw shooter. He's one of our better ones in practice. I think he got fatigued. He really burned up some serious energy in there, and then, he got fatigued, and I think, he just came up short. And then we rested him a little bit, and then he was playing so well, Coach Dooley wanted me to take him out, but he's on such a roll, and we probably should have rested him just a little bit. And he might have done a little bit better there.
How about that defensive play, Greg Stegman down low?
Greg is really becoming a good player, Tex. He gives us a presence inside, but if you watch him play, he's got a great feel for the game, and he's quick. He gets his hands in the right places a lot of times. And, we noticed that early on in practice, and it's been nice. He hasn't given us a lot, points yet, but, that'll come. If he'll just keep guarding in the basket and being aggressive and rebounding the ball for us, he'll always have a place on our team.
You had a chance to watch Baker play in the first game. You get to see them again tomorrow. What's your thoughts on that contest?
Well, I think they're really good. I think we have 4 really good teams in this tournament, and, they played very hard. And I thought Hannibal really hung in there. Hannibal's got a very nice team. They're going to be a real contender in our conference. I think Baker's going to be, and Central Methodist going to be contenders in the heart of America. So this is quite a weekend.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Head coach of the Cougars, Bob Bircher. We'll look at the numbers here as the Cougars win it again by a final score of 74-68. That's the number that counts. The Cougars out-rebounded the Eagles 36-35 as a team. Columbia turned it over 15 times. Central Methodist turned it over 19 times tonight. I mentioned the fact that the Cougars were 26 of 56 from the floor, shooting 46.4%. Columbia was 7-12 from the three-point arc for 58% and 15-20 from the free throw line for 75%. Central Methodist 39.6% from the floor, 7 of 17 from the three-point arc, 41.2%, and they shot 70% from the line as they were 19 of 27. Central Methodist turned it over 19 times. They had 10 assists. The Cougars turned it over 15 times and 13 assists. The leading rebounder in the ball game for Central Methodist was Anthony Love. Anthony Love finished up with 8 rebounds for the Eagles. Top scorer in the game for the Eagles, we had a man leading away in Brenton Devins, 16 points. Devins also had 2 assists tonight. 13 points for Jeff Lavelle before he fell out of the game. Nick Dykeman off the bench finished with 13. 12 points for Matt Sherman, all in the second half. Sid Stanley finished with 8 points, 4 points for A.J. Jewett, and 2 points for Anthony Love to go with those 8 rebounds. Top scorer in the game for the Cougars was Terrell Turner, and I believe that is a career high for Terrell Turner of 17, as Turner turned in a very strong performance here tonight offensively. Also did a good job defending to slow down the Central Methodist attack in that crucial point of the game. 11 points for Jason Ellis, 10 points in the game for Joe Flander, 6 points for Michael Fields. Fields was the leading rebounder for the Cougars with 8. Greg Stegman finished with 2 points and 3 rebounds. Stegman did have 2 blocked shots in tonight's game. Mike Gary finished with 6 points and 4 rebounds. And 4 points for Christian Lewis. He had a rebound. 7 points for Trey Hall, 2 points for Lee Sattler, and Miroslav Lukic had 9 points and 4 assists tonight. Jason Ellis finished up with 11 points and 3 assists. Ellis had the double-double, 11 rebounds for Ellis to go with his 11 points. And Flanner in double figures with 10 points. Cougars win it by a final of 74-68, and Columbia again improves to the mark of 6-1, and they've now won 4 in a row. Now the Cougars are back in action tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock. When they take on Baker. Earlier today, Baker was defeated by HLG 69-57. And Central Methodist will play HLG tomorrow. That contest will start at 1 o'clock, followed by the Cougars and Baker. So it'll be another full day of basketball tomorrow here at the Arena of the Southwell Complex. Should be a lot of fun. We look forward to seeing you here as Columbia tries to push their winning streak to 5 in a row. Tonight, the Cougars win it 74-68. I'm Tex Little.